Oh, hi! Thanks for tuning in. This week we saw Republicans trying out for the National Cheerleading Hypocrisy Squad, and some of them were doing really good, displaying some sick backflips. They hypocrite so hard, I think they'll make the cut. Don't worry about them. Jokes aside, a similar issue happened back in February 2016, so 9 months away from the 2016 election where Obama nominated Merrick Garland for the Supreme Court. Instead of the GOP-controlled Senate doing their job, much like other important things, they floored the issue for an entire year, till Donald Trump was sworn in so that they can push through a conservative judge. Now that it's their turn to eat their own words and rules that they wanted to enforce, they spin it so that it's justified since they have the White House and the majority of the Senate. I'll have a clip at the end of the show. Stay tuned. The commander of Cheetos says, "Oh noes, nuh-uh, I ain't going home." In a moment unsurreal and lost in a twisted How to Find Waldo in a sea of blue Man Group convention picture, we find ourselves waist deep in the waste that Donald Trump leaves on the floor, like half of his speeches. In multiple articles from Wednesday, September 23rd from the New York Post, New York Times, CNN, ABC, and CNBC have all reported the same topic, some of which I felt was deja vu due to the fact that I've had some of those conversations with family and friends. If Trump loses, would he leave or would we have to evict? I said the only way for that to happen would be if Pelosi kicked him right in the paperwork with a mass smile and say, "You're fired." Ooh, the irony. Hold the small appliances, we still have more facts to this story. The New York Times posted this Wednesday, September 23rd of 2020, an article titled, "Trump Won't Commit to a Peaceful Post-Election Transfer of Power." Donald Trump had this to say during a morning Q&A.
Will you commit to making sure that there is a peaceful transferal of power after the election?
Well, we're going to have to see what happens. You know that I've been complaining very strongly about the ballots, and the ballots are a disaster.
I understand that, but people are rioting. Do you commit to making sure that there's a peaceful transferal of power?
We want to get rid of the ballots, and we'll have a very peaceful. There won't be a transfer, frankly. There'll be a continuation.
Yikes. This president is turning from real estate mogul to professional White House squatter. The news gets worse. An article on CNN Politics reported on September 24th a list of the times Trump has said he won't accept the election results or leave office if he loses, where he has said on 8 separate occasions, including tweets, the earliest occasion being on July 19th on a Fox 5 News interview, and the earliest tweet was on July 30th. So it looks like we might have to evict a man-child that might tantrum, but the only difference between those two is that this child has nuclear codes. What brought us here, America? Oh yeah, I remember. Vote for furry's sake. Welcome to Woke52 Week 38. I'm your average Joe Bear, HilaHila. Ooh, time to vote by mail in New Jersey. Oh wow, look at all these candidates. While I wish I could vote for Libertarian, Constitution, Green, Socialism, and Libertarian, Alliance, and Unity Party, as I pointed out in Week 27, we'll always have one of two parties come out on top till we change from a polarity voting system to a representative one. So, time to vote. Privacy, please. The U.S. now has over 200,000 COVID-19 related deaths and over 7 million cases. Trump says it's a shame. Johnson & Johnson's one-shot vaccine produces a strong immune response against the virus. Trump was booed at Justice Ginsburg's funeral. It is reported that her last wish was to have her seat filled by the next president. Protesters gathered nationwide after no officers were charged for Breonna Taylor's death. The only indictment was for wanton endangerment for bullets going through the walls of neighboring apartments. Trump is seemingly trying to buy votes with empty promises, executive orders that don't actually change anything but sound very big. Military confirmed that an actual heat ray was considered against peaceful protesters near the White House. Saturday, Trump nominated Amy Coney Barrett for the Supreme Court, with just 5 weeks till the election and over 20 states already voting. Time to vote. Where are you voting from? Imagine from space. Boom! 52 seconds. Thank you for watching. If you like these news blasts, feel free to share a bear with your friends. You can also like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications alert bell to stay woke 52 times a year in 52 seconds of news. Want more news with your favorite news bear? Feel free to stay till the end to watch some clips and images with me. Bye for now.
Anybody else?
The grim milestone today of 200,000 deaths to the virus. What do you want to say to the American people?
Well, I think it's a shame. I think if we didn't do it properly and do it right, you'd have 2.5 million deaths. If you take a look.
This will stand the test of time. This is the last year of a lame duck president. And if Ted Cruz or Donald Trump get to be president, they've all asked us not to confirm or take up a selection by President Obama. So if a vacancy occurs in their last year of their first term, guess what? You will use their words against them. I want you to use my words against me. If there's a Republican president in 2016 and a vacancy occurs in the last year of the first term, you can say, Lindsey Graham said, let's let the next president, whoever it might be, make that nomination, and you could use my words against me and you'd be absolutely right. We're setting a precedent here today, Republicans are, that in the last year, at least of a lame duck 8-year term, I would say it's going to be a 4-year term, that you're not going to fill a vacancy of the Supreme Court based on what we're doing here today. That's going to be the new rule.
It's been 80 years since a Supreme Court vacancy was nominated and confirmed in an election year. There is a long tradition that you don't do this in an election year. And what this means, Chuck, is we ought to make the 2016 election a referendum on the Supreme Court. I cannot wait to stand on that debate stage with Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders and talk about what the Supreme Court will look at like depending on who wins.
As senators, it leaves us with a choice. Will we allow the people to continue deciding who will nominate the next justice? Or will we empower a lame duck president to make that decision on his way out the door instead? Presidents have a right to nominate, just as the Senate has its constitutional right to provide or withhold consent. In this case, the Senate will withhold it. The Senate will appropriately revisit the matter after the American people finish making in November the decision they've already started making today. President Trump's nominee for this vacancy will receive a vote on the floor of the Senate.
And I believe the right thing to do is for the Senate to take up this nomination and to confirm the nominee before Election Day. Now, on the question of precedent, look, we had this fight at the end of the Barack Obama term, and at the time, all the Democrats were saying, confirm the nominee, and all the Republicans were saying, we're not going to confirm the nominee. And so we've got a situation, you just played a quote from me in 2016. We can play that game all day long.
Under the Constitution, we have a job to do, right? Yes. I'm here to tell the people of South Carolina, I intend to do my job as chairman of the Judiciary. My job is to have hearings, and when the nomination comes over, to timely process this nominee, and I intend to vote for the nominee to be sent. I don't know exactly who it is. It's a very short list, and all of them are outstanding women. I will be leading the charge to make sure that President Trump's nominee has a hearing, goes to the floor of the United States Senate for a vote, because that is my job, and I believe I am doing what the people of South Carolina want me to do in this regard.